Human Rights Watch head Kenneth Roth told reporters in Berlin the international community must do a better job of pressuring the Syrian government of President Bashar al-Assad to end the fighting and atrocities. With thousands of casualties a month, Roth in particular blamed Russia and Iran for shielding their ally.
Between Russia and Iran, it is possible to pressure Assad to comply with international humanitarian law standards. Those governments have simply not been willing to use their leverage. And the West has been much too reluctant to criticize, particularly Putin, for this failure.
Elsewhere in the world, Human Rights Watch praised the global response to stop crises in South Sudan, the Central African Republic, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, conflicts which have led to what Roth called a worrying year for human rights in Africa.
In each case, there was the deployment or reinforcement of peacekeepers, there was active political engagement, and while none of those problems is solved, in each case, there was a serious contribution made to diminishing or avoiding mass atrocities.
However, Roth deplored what he called the dangerous trend of governments winning elections and then carrying out undemocratic tactics.
And that dangerous trend was epitomized in Egypt, initially by the Muslim Brotherhood government of President Morsi, which did often govern as if the only people in Egypt were Muslim Brotherhood supporters.
In Ukraine, where clashes between protesters and police continue, Roth called on the Ukrainian government to respect human rights in an interview with Reuters.
Our principal concern is that neither the police nor the government use the outbreak of violence by a tiny minority of the demonstrators as an excuse to crack down on the vast majority of the demonstrators who continue to protest peacefully.
U.S. surveillance activities also came in for criticism, with Roth saying there is no justification for the violation of privacy. This 24th annual Human Rights Watch report of human rights practices around the world covers the period from November 2012 to November 2013. Brian Allen, VOA News.